Just fucking do it. Subscribe now.
The one thing I forgot to mention, I think I mentioned last night, is that your team leader will decide who presents, if you all present, or you present section by section. So everybody gets presentation practice. And it's interesting to see the difference between, because all of you are doing the same case, all 4 groups, how different you approach it. And I rarely do more than, normally there's 2 different approaches. So it'll be interesting to see how you guys fare against the other groups.
EJ, where's the AOL?
Do you have it in front of you?
Yes.
What does it say?
So, I just see what I sent to Kim.
Okay.
All my personal cases,
Yeah.
my 3 cases, executive summary and so on. But you talked about the EOL deal.
Okay, now what are, in addition to your personal cases, what's on the thumb drive?
Walt Disney and Arcadian Missionary Technologies Inc.
You have the Arcadian and Walt Disney. And our 4 names.
Arcadian?
Arcadian and Walt Disney.
I meant to say Walt Disney. I shouldn't have said AOL. In fact, go run around and tell everybody it's Walt Disney. It's the Walt Disney case.
It's the Walt Disney case.
Yes, I stand corrected.
So we need to ask 3 following questions. Which information we need to buy, to close, and to sell?
No. The cases you sent me, you were supposed to have the information buy, sell, or walk away. Almost none of you did that. You just articulated really simply, didn't you?
Yes.
And then, I'm not going to ask you why nobody did it that way. So on Disney, should they have done the deal? Should they not have done the deal? Should they have walked away? If they walked away, why? Now, for those of you, and I haven't pulled up your files, if you've been looking at deals since you went to the regular seminar, you know all these questions. But some of you haven't. Or you haven't been asking the right questions. Remember, there's only one moving part. Motivated seller. In this particular case, should Pixar have been a motivated seller? Guys, I'm not going to go through the whole fucking course again. Okay. Is Pixar a motivated seller? Should they have done it? Should they not have done it? What was Disney's reason to do it? Were they going to be able to use seller finance? Probably not. The bigger the deal, the less the opportunity to use seller finance. Because seller finance is a fool's game. Fool for the seller, not for us. Because we're buying him with his own fucking money. And that's why it's called the mafia deal without a gun. Because they're stupid. They're scared. They're frightened. And now we got Corona over their head. And that's why we've doubled the deals in the last year and a half. But see, most of you will not say, as I taught, what are you going to do? Who are you going to sell this hog to? What succession plan do you have? Are you stupid? See, you won't talk to people that way because you want to be liked. All the guys that did deals during Corona are assholes. Literally. Figuratively. In any way you want to talk about it. They're pricks.
I think in the beginning it's just an introductory of what is Walt Disney and Pixar all about. We have to look at the. They talk about the culture, the different.
That's the main point. You're right. The culture, or the lack thereof, between them.
The persons. How can I say? There were different types of people in Walt Disney and Pixar, if I understand correctly. So Walt Disney was another, how can I say, management of people. So the main concern was, are they compatible? Those can be joined. Those 2 kinds of people. Mm-hmm. That was the human factor played a role. and then they looked at the revenues, and I think we have to divide it into a personal, so the culture, the different cultures between Walt Disney and Pixar, and then we have to look at the numbers, and then how they did it, and then was it successful? So.
In this case, you already have the outcome. Your job was the outcome right? Was it wrong? Should it have been different? Should it have been structured differently?
So Disney is a film producer and Pixar is also a film producer. And Walt Disney wanted to buy then Pixar.
That's correct, yes. Yes.
And they thought about if this is a problem or this will work out because of the culture and the Pixar company.
Yes, but can we first make an agenda? So we look at the deal. First, we talk about the difference in culture, I think. Then what did they do with the numbers? How did they do it? How did they structure it? And then can it be considered successful? And five, was it right? And would it have been structured differently? That is, I think the main questions. So we can look at the. I think in the beginning they talk about the difference in style of. No, that's all about.
Blah blah
Blah blah blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This Royal Box, that's all their achievements. Movie economics, Pixar, and then they got the history.
History.
So the history, and then they talk about software, short films. So what they do, Disney, Pixar. So that's just they talk about their businesses, what they are doing. We go further, and then they talk about
Page 7.
renegotiation, and then Pixar corporate culture. Yes.
Corporate culture.
Jobs believed that Pixar competition would feel pressure to replicate his company's style because they lack the creativity, technology, and blending. He noted we have spent 10 years merging the two cultures together. Pixar believed in the primacy of people. So
No,
that is
to see the page. Which page are you on?
page 8. So Pixar.
No, we have it here. It's fine.
So Pixar, what people, he believed in the how can I say it?
Primary of people.
Yeah, the primacy of people. Oh yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Was there a possible blending possible? So the blending of persons.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean with blending? I don't get the German word. What is it?
Can the two
mix together?
Yeah.
Can they work?
Can they make a team?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Disney was a whole structured company, and Pixar was pretty new, and
Startup.
Steve Jobs was the CEO, right?
Steve Jobs was
No.
CEO.
Yeah.
Can I work with you? And it was all you qualified to. You have a more and have
Nee, kannst du umsetzen ein?
Steve Jobs did.
Okay,
film.
so
Steve Jobs war der CEO von Steve Jobs was the CEO.
the first point, the culture, Pixar and Disney, is the first question that they ask is there a value in blending the people in the deal? That was the first question they asked.
I think for me the most important part is Walt Disney Company. When do they start it? How old are they? Because I think they are way older than Pixar. Steve Jobs founded Pixar.
Yeah.
I think like the way Steve Jobs runs his businesses, it's like a startup.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And to make like an old-fashioned business, with the
This is,
startup, it's like
culture.
you have so much trouble going around from the people. It's not a numbers point. It's just, can they work together? Can you bring them to work together?
That was
Okay, guys, you're on the right track now.